Hi, I'm John from Just Whiskey. If you like today's show, please give a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And speaking of subscribers, thank you very much for all the new people coming on board the Just Whiskey ship. Um, Appreciate all the support, all the comments. And remember, no matter how good it is or how much it costs, it's just whiskey, folks. Today we're going to be talking about and comparing Ardbeg Corryvreckan and Ardbeg 10. Both non-chill filtered. They make no mention of whether it's natural coloring, but it's widely accepted that they do not add coloring. The 10-year-old is very light. I can't imagine any coloring in that. And the Corryvreckan has much more much more color to it. But that's probably because of the virgin oak. Corryvreckan, although they don't call it cask strength, comes in at a whopping 57.1 ABV. Meanwhile, the standard Ardbeg 10 comes in at 46% ABV. Non-chill filtered, we're assuming that they're natural coloring. This Corryvreckan bottle that I have here is from 2020, and the Ardbeg 10 is from 2018. This is only my second bottle of Corryvreckan. My first bottle was about 3 years ago, so it was probably a 2018 bottling, a 2019, could have even been a 2017. I don't remember. That bottle blew me away. And for peated whiskeys, these are both heavily peated, smoky, kick-ass scotches from Islay, of course. It blew me away, and it reminded me of a really good Octomore, the previous bottle, and it also had elements of Lacheg 10. This bottle from 2020, when I just opened it up a few weeks ago, I made some pretty good damage to it. You can see almost halfway through it. At first, I'm like, I was a little disappointed, to be honest with you. Underwhelmed compared to my previous perceptions of the older bottling of the Corryvreckan. However, as this oxidized and the level went down, it really opened up. So my recommendation to anybody buying Corryvreckan, give it time, let it open up in the glass, and let it oxidize. Be patient with it, and I think you will be rewarded. So Corryvreckan are ex-bourbon and also has virgin French Limousin oak. So I think that's probably where, it's a non-age stated whiskey. I would assume it's probably close to 10 years, but we don't know. But I'm just guessing with some of that virgin oak is probably why it has a little more coloring in it and a little more tannins in it. In comparison, ironically, the Corryvreckan is less pronounced on the nose than the Ardbeg 10. It's almost like a dulled down version on the nose of the 10. On the palate, it's an intense wallop of a palate, and you can feel the alcohol bite, but no ethanol or any sense of youth to it. In my opinion, it's got a little bit of puckering effect, mouth-watering, peppery, and it's got that oaky, slightly bitter tannins in the Corryvreckan, and it does have elements of an Octomore, and it does have elements of a Ardbeg 10. Also on the Corryvreckan, you get a little bit of mint, obviously the peat. The peat is very pronounced. And you get a long oak spice, cinnamon, lingering cinnamon, oak spice bite, that medium to long finish, heading into the long direction. The Ardbeg 10, again, this is a 2018 bottling. On the nose, immediately you get that rubber, the smoke, that vegetal, fruity too. The Corryvreckan, not so much fruit. Ardbeg 10, fruity, peat. Boy, that is good. They are two different animals. By no means is the Corryvreckan like the stepdad or the grandfather of the Ardbeg 10. The Ardbeg 10 stands on its own. The mouthfeel in the Ardbeg 10 is well rounded. You're getting the chili pepper, the mint, a little bit of jalapeno, the oak spice bite, the sweet cinnamon. Again, very well rounded, with a pleasing medium to long finish, although nowhere near as intense as the Corryvreckan. The Corryvreckan is a powerhouse, no doubt about it. And last night I had a dram, and I was finding so much nuances and complexities in it, so many layers to it. For some reason, tonight, not so. So I do think with the Corryvreckan, there is definitely some batch variations by year or whatever. Ardbeg 10 seems to be pretty consistent for the last several years. How would I rate these? How would I compare them? The Ardbeg 10 retails around 50, eastern United States, northeastern United States, around $55 to $60. You might be able to find it closer to 50 sometimes. Whereas the Corryvreckan, the lowest I've seen it, but I paid $80 for this bottle, but it retails anywhere from $80 to $90, even $95 sometimes. It's wintertime, and if you're really looking for just a powerhouse oomph of a dram. You cannot go wrong with the Corryvreckan. If you want an everyday more approachable, more recognized, more, what's the word I'm looking for? More familiar. Then the Ardbeg 10 will never let you down. How would I rate these? Almost equally, but in different ways, obviously. The Ardbeg 10 on its own, 88 to a 90. It's a gem of a dram. You cannot go wrong with the Ardbeg 10 if you're into heavily Isla, peaty, smoky. This has got a little more well-rounded fruitness to it. If you're looking for if you can't afford or can't justify the expense of an Octomore, and you want to experience something close to that without breaking the bank, highly recommend the Corryvreckan. For $80 to $90, it's a half to a third of the price of most Octomores. I would rate this probably the same, 88 to 90. Last night, if I was to rate this, I would have said 89 to 91. So normally I give a 2-point range. So the Corryvreckan, I would say anywhere between 88 and a 91 on any given day. I know that's a wide range, but I think I've given a pretty good summation of my experience with these two. Winter warmer, crowd pleaser. If you like today's show, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Please consider seriously becoming a subscriber. Click the little bell to be notified. You won't miss an episode. And thanks to all the new subscribers. And remember, no matter how good it is or how much it costs, it's just whiskey, folks. So happy holidays. Hats off to you all. Take care. And ho, ho, ho.